I'm Jason, and I really wanted to make my cover all very clean and white and minimal to follow the aesthetic of my book. I chose just a basic 19 words, 19 works, and the Bebes font because I love it, along with almost everyone else who does design. But I wanted to put it in the box just because I think it followed the rest of the design aesthetic I took for my signature itself. And beyond just the cover, which I'll show you, all of my chapter dividers also followed suit with the Bebes font, thick, or the book weight and the lightweight below it, just being very clean and minimal. So let's go to my signature. So my book was called Memory. Me and my classmate Evan made an app called Memory, which created it was a montage editor for social media, and you created videos quicker and easier than ever before. So let me go to the next page. So here's my introduction. So as a content creator personally, I've always created videos for social media, and people always ask me, what the easiest software to use, what the best software for them to use, what's the simplest and quickest. And I'd never been able to give them a really solid answer before. And so I think out of this necessity, Evan actually came up with the original idea. We decided to pursue this thought. And so I think we did some research, and we realized that there was a ton of people filming videos every day. And this need was growing faster than ever before. And I think that we saw how important it was to create an editor that was simple. That I think the reason people weren't creating edits now is because they were too confused and they were worried to take the step to start editing it because there was nothing out there. And so the idea, to explain that, but also following the chapter dividers, I had very simple titles, Bebes font again. And so for the design, we wanted to create it and make it super elegant and sleek. And I think that we wanted to choose, a colorway that wasn't distracting. So, dark colors, black and white, as much as we can to make the content, or the user's content, truly pop. And so, we initially started with sketches. I'm gonna turn the book. And so here, these are the initial sketches. We knew we wanted to create a flow that was super easy. It wasn't, and I think we wanted to create it simple enough that it wasn't not to scare the user off initially. So we also knew the biggest part for us was creating the actual editor itself. That was the heart of the app, and that was, I think, where we struggled the most. I think something that we found was the most important was to make it, or to put it all on one screen. To take all the aspects we felt were most important and put them together on a screen that was simple to use. I think a lot of the editors out there are so busy with too many options, so we wanted to go through and remove the options we felt were unnecessary. And so I think that was the biggest task. So here, there's just the wireframes, and then the next step was creating high fidelity mockups. Sorry. And so it goes back. This is the information architecture, the original wireframes we created to kind of show the thought process. From there, here are the high fidelity mockup versions. And so this is the logo, which has actually since been changed. But we actually originally liked the name Memory, spelled M-M-R-Y, but we quickly learned people thought it meant memory, which is not typically the best thing you want people to think of. So based on user feedback, we changed the name to Memory, M-E-M-R-Y. And so here's the iterations and thought process. And so the conclusion was that I learned a lot from this process. I think that I learned the importance of research and user feedback, and I think it was a really fun project, and that's how I want to end.